It's a great day to be in real estate. This is Duane, sales manager and sales representative for ERA Real Estate. Once again, thanks for joining us. For the quote of the day from Albert Einstein, your imagination is the preview to life's coming attractions. And for the joke of the day, a foursome approached the 16th tee. The straight fairway ran along a road and bike path fenced off to the left. The first golfer teed off and hooked the ball in that direction, but the ball went over the fence and bounced off the bike path onto the road where it hit the tire of a moving bus and was knocked back onto the fairway. As they all stood in silent amazement, one man finally asked him, "How on the earth did you do that?" He shrugged his shoulders and said, "You just have to know the bus schedule." And for the business tip of the day, there are four types of people in the sales business. One, those that can sell and they know it. Two, those that can sell but they don't know it. Three, those that can't sell and they know it. And four, those that can't sell but they don't know it. Think about that one. And for the Darwin Award of the day, in the Netherlands, every now and then, a completely new window into the world opens before our eyes. Here we have the rural Dutch families enjoying their traditional winter sport called carbon schieten, I believe is how it's pronounced, or carbide shooting. It's a ridiculously dangerous machine akin to a potato gun designed to hurl projectiles from the mouth of a metal milk can. Carbide shooting, that wacky Dutch New Year's tradition, begins with moistening calcium carbide and placing it in a large milk container. The damp calcium carbide emits a acetylene or ethane gas, which builds up inside the container. Then a spark is supplied, causing the pressurized gas bomb to blow the lid or packing off of the milk jug. Our nominee today for the Darwin Award, a 54-year-old male, was having the time of his life right up until the moment he poured a container filled with liquid oxygen over a fire to flare it up, and the container obligingly exploded. I guess you can guess what happens from there. Now for the social commentary, this is achieving a winning attitude in 6 easy steps. Today is step 5, which is avoiding negative people. Spending time with people who have negative views of life make it very difficult for you to maintain a positive attitude. You probably have one or more friends, relatives, or acquaintances that make you feel tired and drained. They always seem to have something sour to say. Criticisms come to their lips far more quickly than compliments. If you tell them of a success that you've had, their congratulations ring hollow. You sense that they just assumed that you failed. What a drag. Such people are toxic to your attitude and hence to your success in sales because they're not actively tearing down your enthusiasm, but trying to get you to think about the world in the same depressing way that they do. If you want to maintain a positive attitude, sharply limit your daily exposure to such people. Don't show up at the daily water cooler complaint fest. Don't go to lunch with the gross and grumble crowd. If you can't avoid negative types entirely, don't get drawn into lengthy gripe sessions. Limit your conversation to the business issues you need to address, then change the subject to a more positive aspect as soon as possible. And for the real estate news, we have a couple different segments. The first one is that those Russian spy suspects that you've heard about actually some of them have real estate ties. 2 of the women charged Sunday in connection with a Russian spy ring apparently have ties to the real estate industry. Oh, great. That's all we need. According to Inman News, suspect Anna Chapman lists on her LinkedIn profile that she's CEO for Property Finder Limited, and she runs a real estate search engine for Russian speakers, which is domdot.ru. The other suspect linked to the industry is Tracy Lee Ann Foley. Inman says Foley obtained her real estate sales license in Cambridge, Massachusetts in August 2007 and her broker's license in November 2009, according to state licensing records. She was hired by Redfin as a contract field agent in February, according to a statement released by Redfin. The company also reported that believed Foley had previously worked for Channing Real Estate and Weichert Real Estate. At least she didn't work for ERA. Yay. 2 women are among 11 charged with money laundering and failure to register as representatives of a foreign government. According to an article in the New York Daily News, the Russian government called the charges baseless and improper, which in Russian speak means it's true in American. Okay, and foreclosures account for 31% of the sales. Online foreclosure marketplace Realty Track reported today that homes and foreclosures account for 31% of the residential sales first quarter 2010. The average sales price of these properties was nearly 27% below the average sales price of properties not in foreclosure. Realty Track expects foreclosures discounts to stay between 25 and 30% as lenders steadily release foreclosures. The average price of those foreclosure properties is $171,971. Overall, foreclosures are down 14% in the first quarter compared to the fourth quarter of 2009. They're down 33% from the peak during the first quarter of 2009. And this one too, we've all been talking about the oil spill. Well, it's hurting the Florida market. Fitch Ratings says the Gulf of Mexico oil spill will depress Florida real estate, a market already hit hard by falling home values and steep unemployment. Fitch Managing Director Roloff Slump says the Sunshine State has the highest mortgage delinquency rate across all property types, with 50% of the loans, not counting those backed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, at least 60 days past due and over 80% underwater at the end of May. The study also shows that the amount owed by 40% of the homeowners tops 150% of the property value. Quote, directionally, it seems pretty clear that given all the pressures these homeowners are under, both the frequency and severity of defaults are likely to worsen, speculates Slump, adding that residential values have fallen statewide. So more bad news for those people there, unfortunately. Anyway, I do need to tell you, as I always do, that this market right now is the best buyer's market you and I will ever see in our lifetime. If you or anybody you know is thinking of buying, then do so now. And if you or anybody you know is looking to buy or sell anywhere in the world, let us know. At ERA, we have global reach. We can help. This is Duane Beisner signing off. Happy trails to you. As always, proud to be an American. Remember, you can email me at duane.beisner@era.com or visit my website at www.rejedi.com. Thank you for listening and have a successful day.